My garden outside my witch's cottage. We need to have a conversation. Get a little closer. So I did a couple of interesting remotes. I was in and out of remote views all day today, partly because I had a stomach bug and I had to take part of the last night and today off. Um, so I want to share a few different remote views. They're kind of all over the place. The first one I'll talk about has to do with Mitch McConnell. Um, I felt when I went into the energy of Mitch McConnell like I had gone offline, like I didn't have the capacity to, I literally had gone offline. If I were a doctor, I might view that as a possible transient ischemic attack. Um, I would want to do a follow a series of you'd want to have him tested. I feel like this energy is moving in the direction that within 9 days we could be seeing Mitch McConnell resigning. It could be a temporary, or he could be temporarily taking some time off. I feel he'll be replaced possibly by a woman from his party. Um, but whatever is going on, we could see a change, possibly him leaving within 9 days. Part of that due to doctor's orders. They have to run tests. He has to be off his feet. If they suspect something like a TIA, then he needs to be off his feet. They need to find out what's going on, etc., etc. The next remote had to do with what's going on with Donald Trump and an increasing feeling of paranoia and hysteria, I feel, when I put myself in the shoes of Donald Trump, and a feeling like he's going to be indicted in the next couple of days. But this is different. This indictment feels different. And I don't know why or how, but I feel that the feds have the ability to put hands on him. I feel that they have the capacity to arrest him. Indicting is one thing. This is a different type of arrest. This is a feeling that this person, that they place their hands on him, that he could be contained. This is something I feel frequently as a remote viewer. When I go forward into this energy, a feeling of containing and controlling him, and it feels like an arrest, but more than that, possibly that he would be held somewhere like a military facility or something like that for his own safety. Also, people might try and break him out. So they might choose to have him at a military facility. The final meditation that I leave you with to think about is about how vast this world is, and that we as human beings should not assume certain things. Take off my glasses so that I can get closer with you. I'll be blind. I'll be a blind oracle. But I want us to meditate on this. So it's this idea that if we think narrowly, if our thoughts are narrow, then our perception of the world is narrow. But if we could invite ourselves to be more creative and to expand or be open minded to possibilities, then our world becomes bigger. The more creative human beings become, the more open they become to possibilities, the larger the world becomes. There was a time when we thought the world was flat. Some people still do think the world is flat. But as people went out and saw the world, they expanded their perceptions of the world. We had a different perception. Everything changed because we were willing to go outside of our boxes. So think about that going forward as we explore the ideas of alien life forms, etc. One of the most common ways that living beings protect themselves is with cloaking. And some of these cloaking adaptive behaviors that living beings develop are quite advanced. We should not assume as human beings that we are the most intelligent living being on Earth. And we shouldn't assume that we have discovered every living being on Earth when cloaking can be extremely advanced. Consider the possibility that there could be all kinds of life forms here on Earth that simply choose not to show themselves because humans have presented themselves as extremely fearful, violent, and irrational. And so, on that note, consider the possibility that this world is teeming with life that is waiting to be seen once we open our minds and perhaps become a little bit more tolerant. All right. Thank you, everyone, for listening to tonight's remote. Please think about liking and subscribing to this wacky channel if you like this type of mind experience. And we will see you next time. Be well. Thank you. Just have to put my glasses on to say goodnight.